Hello, people. How's it going? Well, it's another nice sunny day in Minnesota. It's above 30. I think it's supposed to be in the 40s today, but it looks nice outside. As you can tell by the sunshine on my right side of my face. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about the books I got today. Well, today, this week, I should say. It's Wednesday. But I'll think of do a serious video probably later today or something after I get some writing done. Anyway, first one. That one, Golda. Excellent book. Very interesting lady. Very interesting lady. Yes, it's a very good book. Worth reading. Worth buying. Yeah. The other one, I got on that one. I like Grant. Grant would be one of those people I would like to meet. Always spend the day with. He was a fascinating man. Fascinating, interesting guy. He won the Civil War. If it weren't for him, we would have lost. If it weren't for him and Sherman, we would have lost. Because he knew how to win the war. I have other books of his too, but I do like this one probably the best. Well, next to his memoirs, though. But yes, I like Grant and Sherman. I do have a book on Hancock. I'll mention this. I'll mention this book I got a long time ago. Well, I'll mention it anyway because I know a certain person would probably scold me if I didn't mention Hancock the Superb or the Brilliant or the Greatest General of the Civil War, as she would say. It's a good book, by the way. Very good. But I would be amiss or be scolded if I didn't bring up Hancock. Yeah. She knows who she is. This person knows who she is. This book I got yesterday. Cromwell. Pretty good book. A movie with Richard Harris and Alec Guinness, early 70s. Historically not very accurate, but it's an okay movie. It's fun to watch. It's interesting. But he was an interesting guy. Just don't say his name in Ireland or you'll get shot. He's not well liked in Ireland, people. There's a reason. But anyway, I got these two books because at some point William Faulkner will be outlawed and banned because, we all know what William Faulkner wrote about, or at least we think we do. I like his short stories better than I like his novels. That glare? It's hard to tell with the glare. It's the mansion. I mean, the town, sorry. I should probably close the window, but it's too nice outside to close the window. I read a biography. I found him more interesting than I find his books. But then again, there are authors like that, and there are a lot like that. I liked Steve McQueen and the Reavers. Oh, excuse me. But yes. This book, not bad for being as short as it is. The Apostle Paul. He also did one on the Lord. He also did one on General Charles Gordon, or Chinese Gordon. He was at the Battle of Khartoum. An excellent movie with Charlton Heston, Laurence Olivier, early 60s. I'd have to get my Charlton Heston book to know the exact time. He did a book on that life. Oh, that's also a very good book too. But this is a good book, good short book on the Apostle Paul. I like it. I like it better than the Edgar Goodspeed book. I guess because I like the writing is better in this book. So these are all books I've gotten the last week or so. So I didn't get all these today or even yesterday. Well, at least the last week anyway. This book, mainly because I try to at least read one book on the Civil War. But I like it. I like him as an author. He wrote a very good book on the Battle of the Alamo and the three men who eventually got there. Travis, Bowie, and Davy Crockett. But he wrote it called The Three Roads to the Alamo, but this one is the Civil War, as noted. I like the Civil War. It's an interesting subject. Very interesting subject. This book I bought today just for reference material. because it's you need at least one book where it tells you the different religions throughout the world. It's more of a reference guide than anything else. But it's cool. I like it. It didn't cost me a whole lot. I wouldn't be buying all these books for about half price bookstore, believe me. I don't think any book here I bought at full price. It's either half price or thrift books. The Battle of Bull Run I got from thrift books. This book, I haven't read this one yet. But it looked interesting. And, it was $3. Middle East, brief history of the last 2,000 years. Yeah, but it looked interesting. I'll read anything, people. You know this. You should know this by now. I will read anything. Looks interesting, though. This is probably why I bought it. As just have a quick review of books. I don't believe in banning books. I also went to Half Price Bookstore today to find Dr. Seuss books. I found a few smaller ones, not the major ones I'm looking for. I was going to buy the banned one because I can, but they didn't have any of those yet. So I'm gonna probably order them online, thrift books or Amazon if Amazon hasn't chickened out and not sells them anymore. But thrift books usually have some too. Yeah, you ban things, people, and people will want to read them because you're telling them not to do it. And banning books is stupid. If you don't like someone's ideas, don't read the book. But yeah. And anyway, I think there's a biography of Giesel out there somewhere. I'm gonna try to find that too. I'm curious about his life. Well, I have actually never read a book about him. I read his books when I was a kid, but I'm gonna try to find some of those books and read them online. Read them on my Facebook page. I mean my group, my YouTube channel. Oh, I'm thinking it might be interesting. Why not? Sorry, people. This is why one of the reasons I collect as many books as I do. I'm trying to save as much of literature as I can before the society of today destroys it all, or bans it, or whatever else it's going to do. The offended mob, I'm sorry, you people who listen to these people, you're being used, okay? They don't care about literature. They don't care about the subject at hand. They don't care about anything other than look at me, I'm important now. No, you're not. You're destroying another person's work because you don't like it. Or he did something way back when and you don't like it. Well, you know what? You can't change history. How about change your own and leave other people's lives alone? Giesel can't come back and rewrite the books. He's dead. He's moved on. But I don't know. I have no patience with banning books and book burning and throwing books out of school and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, people for the most part are smart enough to figure things out on their own without, the mob telling them what to do and think. Because that's all it is, the mob. And the mob doesn't think, they react. There's no thinking in a mob. Read the Oxbow incident and then tell me how much thinking there is in a mob. There's a good book. There's a good book. That was a good movie. Very good movie with Henry Fonda, Harry Morgan. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I don't remember who's in it except Fonda and Morgan. But an excellent book. I had the book around here somewhere. Of course, I have almost every book around here somewhere. Or I will. Yeah, that's why I collect books. That's why I have so many. Society is destroying itself, people. And way too many people are sitting back and watching. And they're even applauding. And I'm thinking, you're applauding the downfall of civilization. You're upset by something you don't have to read. Or even acknowledge exists. Just ignore it. But unfortunately, we live in the age of, oh, my feelings might be hurt if this book exists on the same planet as I am. Well, here's some advice: grow up. The universe does not revolve around you. I'm sorry, books. I love books. I've lost 3 libraries. This is the 4th one I've built from scratch. What's funny is I have 2 books from the first one here. I'm not sure how that's possible, but somehow I managed to have 2 books from the very first library I owned. That's how it works. But sorry, I have no time nor patience, nor do I care about the offended mob. Want to be offended? Go somewhere else. I like reading books. I've read the Quran, people. I'm not offended. I don't believe any of it. I think it's gobbledygook. I don't think it's the Word of God. But I'm not offended by it because I'm just not offended by it. I think that's called being an adult, or using your logical thinking brain. I think a lot of people just were being taught to react, not think, and that's part of it. But anyway, enough of that for today. Anyway, I wasn't going to go too deep today. I really wasn't going to go too deep, but apparently I did. So, I've read the Quran. I've read the Book of Mormon. I've read Communist Manifesto. I'm not offended by any of them because I don't want to be, and I choose not to be. I read books to understand. I read books to get to understand why other people think the way they do. I've even read the book by Hitler. Well, part of it anyway. It was just too much. It was boring. Just like the Quran. It was boring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I'm a Jew. I like the Torah. I like the Tanakh. I like the Bible. But, sorry. I'm not offended by these other books. I'm not offended by books that I don't agree with. I'm not offended. I've read To Kill a Mockingbird. You're not going to like this review, but I found the book rather average. It's okay. I don't see what the hype is. I just don't. It would probably be more of a hype if I had lived when it first came out. Then it'd probably be a different perspective by me. But I read it. I had to slog my way through it. I found very few of the characters interesting. One of them, I really, really, really wanted him to just answer the question without giving a monologue. And yes, you know who I'm talking about. He who cannot speak unless it's paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of just endless monologuing. Yes, him. The only reason that movie, I think, the movie is good is Gregory Peck. That's it. Gregory Peck made the movie and the book work. But the book itself, I am sorry, bored me. But I will say this. The one chapter that I liked, the one chapter that I think would have made a very good short story by itself, was when they went to the all-black church. That was the best chapter in the book, to me. What I read. That, to me, was the best chapter of the book. Was when they went to the all-black church. I've been to an all-black church, by the way. It was accidental, but I went to one. And I wasn't going to turn around and just leave, so I stayed. That was interesting. This was when I was living in Florida. Yeah, in the deep south. Yeah, I think Florida is considered the deep south. But anyway, I didn't find the book interesting. I'm sorry. I tried. I wanted to understand. I read it and I tried to understand, okay, why is this book given such high praise? It's not a bad book. It's good. But I'm not sure it deserves the high praise it gets. I think the only reason it gets high praise is Gregory Peck, who was an excellent actor, by the way. He made the character of Atticus Finch. I'm doing this by memory. I know it's not Christmas Atticus. I always get those two names mixed up. But anyway, sorry, I didn't find the movie interesting. I didn't find the book, this groundbreaking anything. It was a good, decent novel about the topic that it was about. And I only found one chapter worth my time. And I tried. But anyway, I don't expect anyone to agree with me on the review of To Kill a Mockingbird. But I tried. I tried to read it. I tried to see what was so groundbreaking, so captivating about it. I didn't find it captivating. I found it was okay. But no, it wasn't. But anyway, trying to think, I hadn't really had planned on talking about all that this much. Oh, excuse me. Root beer. Never should drink root beer while you're doing a YouTube video. Causes belching. But anyway, I'm going to try to do another one later today. So I am going to post this in a few minutes. All right, people, will you have a good day? Behave yourselves, because I will not.